Hey everybody, Dr. Kumar here. I've got a really good story for you. In 1721, a ship pulled up into Boston full of sailors that had smallpox. This started an epidemic in Boston, and soon the whole city was being ravaged by this disease. Smallpox at the time had a 20 to 60% death rate if you got the virus, and there was really no treatment for it, so people were helpless against this disease. Well, at the time, there was a guy named Reverend Cotton Mather, and he had heard of a procedure called variolation, where you took a needle and you stuck it into the pustule of someone with smallpox, and you got out some pus. And then you took that dirty needle and you stuck it under the skin of a healthy person, and essentially gave them a controlled smallpox infection. Well, he took this idea to his friend named Dr. Boylston and said, "Hey, can you try this?" Dr. Boylston said, "Yeah, let me give it a shot." So he tries it on his own son, and his son survives and does well and becomes immune to smallpox. So then he starts variolating people throughout the community, trying to stop this epidemic of smallpox. And he variolates 280 people, and of those 286 die. So it was a 2% death rate. And if you compare that to modern days, COVID at its worst had a 1% death rate. So variolation was risky, but compared to the 20 to 60% death rate of smallpox, if you caught it naturally, it was a godsend, essentially. Well, the community got ticked off. They thought it was evil, and they thought they were practicing some kind of horrible medicine, and it was unnatural. The press, led by James Franklin, who was Benjamin Franklin's brother, castigated these guys. Boylston had to go into hiding because of threats, and Reverend Cotton Mathers had a bomb thrown through his window. So that's how the first exposure to a vaccination-like treatment was in the Americas. Later on, a guy named Edward Jenner would invent vaccination from cowpox, which was essentially a much safer version of the pox virus that gave immunity to smallpox. And that would go on to start the field of immunology and eradicate the world of smallpox. I tell the whole story in my podcast, The Dr. Kumar Discovery. You can look it up on any major podcast platform. Cheers.